What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today we are checking out the Elephone REXSO Explorer K. It is the 4K action camera with 16 megapixel sensor, and it records in 4K at 30 frames per second, 2K at 60, 1080p at 60, and slow-mo video 720p at 120 frames per second. Now it comes out of the case. This is the case that it comes in. I just took it out and it comes just like this inside of its waterproof housing. So let's go ahead and weigh the whole thing. I believe the battery is already installed in here. So let's go ahead and weigh this bad boy. Okay, with everything included, comes in at 145 grams in its waterproof housing. All right, so checking out the waterproof housing, comes with this GoPro mount. You can unloosen it and swivel it up and down. Very nice. I believe it's a universal GoPro mount that they are using, and inside of this case you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff. We'll check it out in a minute. There's some buttons over here. This is the OK or the shutter button, and this is the on and off or the modes button, and this is the Wi-Fi on and off button, and that is all you get from the outside of the waterproof housing here. And in order to open it up, you just unclick it from the front and unclick it from the back, and you are opening it up. And here is the camera itself. Let's put the waterproof housing on the side. All right, so let's take a look at the camera up close here. This is the front of the camera, of course, and there is the lens. It is a 170-degree field of view, 18mm lens, and we got a couple of LED lights and the on and off button, as well as the mode button. There's a couple of small holes up in the front. I'm not sure what those are. It does not say in the manual what those are. Maybe they're microphone holes, or maybe they're infrared holes or something. I'm not so sure about that. Let's take a look on the side here. We got the HDMI as well as the micro USB, and maybe that could be the microphone holes. Kind of looking like the microphone hole, as well as on the top. There's some holes right on the top. There could be some microphone holes, or it could be just some ventilation holes. This here is an LED light, and we have the shutter button as well as the OK button, dual purpose. And the screen in the back, it is a 2-inch color display screen, and the screen's pixel density is 320 by 240. And up on the right side, we have the Wi-Fi on and off button, so that's nice. You can turn the Wi-Fi on and off, and the micro SD card slot on the bottom, as well as some ventilation holes. And there's the battery bay. Just slide it over. No locking mechanism. Let's pull the battery out and take a look at the battery. It is a lithium-ion 3.7 volt 1200 milliamp size battery, supposed to give you a record time of 90 minutes in the 1080p 60 frames per second mode. Let's go ahead and put that back. There you go. There's those 3 pins, so line those up, push it in, and slide the cover on, and you are good to go. So that's just about it for the camera from the exterior. Okay, so now let's go ahead and weigh the camera just by itself without the housing. The battery is installed. It measures in at 75 grams, guys. So besides the camera and the waterproof housing, it comes with a slew of stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here's the case, and check it out. That's where the camera was, and right off the bat we got a GoPro mount, extra one, and another clip mount with the GoPro style clip on the bottom. Oh, we got a lot of stuff, guys. There's the lens cleaner. There's another GoPro mount. Some looking like Velcro straps, Velcro tabs, and a lanyard. Yep. Zip ties. Another housing for the back. I think this is a clip-on for the tripod mount clip-on. Yeah, that's what it is. There you go. You can tripod mount the camera. And you can also GoPro mount on this side as well. Another GoPro mount. Yep, another GoPro mount. And looking like a tripod clip mount, a screw for the tripod clip mount, or you can use it for like a bicycle helmet type deal. And here's some base plates for the mount, as well as the screw in as well. And it is a stick on, so you can stick this on any flat surface. It's got its own double-sided sticky tape on here, so very nice. All kinds of stuff. Let me put it back just the way it came out so I can put it back inside the case later. And we got some Velcro straps, all kinds of size Velcro straps here. This is looking like the bicycle mount, the handlebar type mount here. So stick this part in the handles and tighten it up, and you can, yeah, put your GoPro mount on there. And a USB to micro USB data cable, and the user manual. So that is everything that comes out. And check it out. Look at all the stuff that you get. Oh my goodness. Just this is worth, I'm not sure, but if you buy it all separately, probably worth about 30-40 bucks. Yeah. All right, so here's the camera all by itself. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the specs of the camera. It has an advanced high silicon HI3559 chipset. Now, I'm not a camera nerd, so I have no idea what they're talking about there, but it has H264 and H265 capability. Now, H264 is called the Advanced Video Coding, or AVC, and the H265 is called the High Efficiency Video Coding, or the HEVC. So the HEVC, or the H265, is the successor to the H264 video compression standard. So that means the HEVC has twice the data compression ratio at the same level of video quality at the same bit rate than the H264. All right, so we already said something about the 2-inch color display, and just hold on to this on and off button for a little while and it should power on. But you know what, guys, this thing is no battery. It's shipped with a dead battery, which is good. So I'm going to have to power up the battery in order to test some of the functions out and show you the display and all that in a little bit. So the Wi-Fi app is called the Explorer K. So you can download it. It's free download in the App Store. This thing also has a 6-axis electronic image stabilizer built in for smooth video. All right, and the micro SD card supports up to 128 gigabyte micro SD card. And I forgot to mention earlier is that this waterproof housing is good for 30 meters as well. All right, so let me go ahead and charge up the battery so we can take a look at the interface. All right, we are back. I've charged up the battery and I was fooling around with it for a little while, and I came to the conclusion that on the interface on this camera alone, you are not able to change the resolution of the video recording, such as 4K, 2K, 1080p, or 720p. I was unable to find it. I looked and I looked on the interface and I was not able to find it. So apparently you can only change the resolution of the video recording through the Wi-Fi phone app. All right, so but first let's go ahead and take a look at the camera's interface. So let's go ahead and hold this on and off button down for a little while, and that is the on sound tone, and it's telling me I got no SD card because I don't have an SD card. So I'm gonna hit OK. So we are in, what are we on? 0.5 seconds. We must be in rapid fire mode or something. Let's go ahead and hit that. Yeah, multi-shot mode. And here's the settings. Here's the Wi-Fi. And you can take a look at the files. And you can return. And there's the record. That's the video. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And it is set on 4K 30 frames per second. So I am unable to change it. So that's pretty funky there. And there's the photo mode, and it is at 16 megapixels. And here's the multi mode, and it is set on 0.5 seconds. Here's the settings. Let's go ahead and take a look at the settings. And there's the back button, and there's the media, in which there's the back button, mic. You can flip the screen, OSD, turn it on and off. Encode, you can choose H2.64. It is set on H2.64. I'm unable to change it from the interface of the camera. I'm pretty sure you are only able to change it on the Wi-Fi phone app. So TV mode is set to PAL and 50 Hz frequency, and LDC is off, and we are going back. So let's go to the photo, back button. There's the scene. See, I can't change it. EV comp, white balance, metering, and you are back. Okay, let me go back, hit the OK button, and here's the SD card mode. You can either go back or format the SD card. All right, so okay, in the systems, you got a back button, start mode. Oh, check it out. You can set the start mode on the camera, normal, car record, time lapse, video plus snap. This is the mode where you take regular videos, plus it takes automatic snapshots while you are recording. So that is pretty cool. Time lapse, and you are back. And the auto shut off is off at the moment, but you can make it 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and that's about it. And auto dormant, it's set on 3 minutes. If you don't do anything, it'll shut off on 3 minutes. So you can set it to 1, 3, and 5. Go back. Time set. You can set the date and time here. And you can choose the language you want. LED on or off. And factory reset. I don't want to do that. So let's go back. And there you go. And info, and it just tells you what version this is. All right, and back. That is all of the interface modes. So we are back, and we are set on that rapid fire mode again. Yeah, so let's go ahead and set to the video mode, and there you go. We are set to 4K 30 frames per second. Let's go ahead and get the Wi-Fi app going so we can check out the interface of the Wi-Fi phone app. Okay, I've downloaded the Wi-Fi phone app on my phone as well as on my iPad. Now I'm recording this session with my phone, so I'm using my iPad to display it, but apparently they don't have an iPad app. So I had to download the iPhone app, and I guess my iPad is not up to date, so I don't have an icon, but I do have the Explorer K on the bottom. I do have the icon, but I don't have the graphics of the icon. So let's go ahead and turn on the camera one more time. Okay, so no SD card. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the Wi-Fi. Hold that down. It says turning Wi-Fi on, and the password is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. All right, so let's go ahead and place this baby right here. Let's go into our settings, and Wi-Fi, and Explorer K. There you go. And the password is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Join. Okay, looks like it's joined. So let's get out and hit the phone app, or the iPad phone app. There you go. There's the interface. Check it out. I'll put it right here so we can kind of see everything here. All right, so from here, I'm able to change the resolution. So let's go ahead and hit that baby right there. And it is set on 4K 30 frames per second. And here's the shutter button. All right. And that is what I'm looking at right now. We got live Wi-Fi video, so that is cool. All right, so let's go ahead and hit that settings. It says here, set normal record. So let me hit that. Did I hit it? Okay. Okay, there's the resolution here. Let me go ahead and hit that. Oh, check it out. Now we can set it to 4K, 2K, and 1080p. So let's put it on 1080p, and there you go. We are set to 1080p 60. Okay, you can change the TV mode, turn the mic on and off. The encode, you can change it to H2.65. So we'll do that since we got that nice chipset, right? All right, so let's go on back, set media. Let's check that out, what that is. Hello? Okay, you can go image upside down, OSD, LDC, or you can change the frequency to 60 Hertz. Check that out. Nice. Set the system, LED flicker, boot mode, auto shutdown. You can set the time, format the SD card, and all that stuff from right in here as well. And upgrade the camera. What is that? Current version. Okay, you can upgrade the version. All right, and you can choose the language settings, and that is all of the settings in the settings. And let's check out this button right here, the video button, and oh, take a look. Okay, so it's got record. You can loop record, you can time-lapse record, and video plus snap. I was reading about it, and this allows you to take video just like the record mode, except it takes a bunch of snapshots at the same time you're recording. So I've just changed it over. So that is pretty cool. And you can do that slow-mo. And check it out, guys. Now we are set to 720p, 120 frames per second. So you got to go in here to get into the slow-mo. You can't just change it from in here where you set the resolution. See, there's the 720p resolution, but I'm unable to unchange it. Let me go ahead and unchange it and see what happens. See, I'm still on 720p, 120 frames per second. So let's go in here and change it to the record. Okay, now I'm back to 1080p, 60 frames per second. So that's kind of funky in my opinion. You are not able to set the resolution straight from your camera. You have to come into your Wi-Fi phone app, and in order to get into the slow-mo, you have to hit that video, not just the resolution, because we don't have the 720p 120 frames per second choice on this area right here. All right, so that is what I have found so far. So what we're going to do now is charge this baby back up, fully charge it up, and then take it outside for a little video shoot, take some photos. I'm probably going to hook it up to a quadcopter, maybe like the Beyond Toys X16 with a gimbal, so we can take some smoother videos, and I'll hook it up to one of my quadcopters, race quadcopters, so put it on the top so we can do some video shooting in that mode as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the footage right now. 1080p 60 frames per second. $2K at 60 frames per second. All right, 4K at 30 frames per second. All right, so there you have it, guys. Some photo captures and some video captures of this Elephone REXSO Explorer K 4K camera. Now, I've taken some videos in 1080p as well as 2K and 4K, and I think my favorite resolution with this camera, I have to say it is the 2K. Now, when I did the file transfer in the micro SD card of the video capture, yeah, the 2K is a lot bigger than 1080p, and it came out to some 2 to 3 gigabytes of one of the flights, and one of the flights on 4K came out to be about 4 or 5 gigabytes. So it does capture the correct resolution, unlike some of the cheap ones that you do 4K recording and your file size is only about 500 kilobytes, yeah, something like that. Well, this is the real thing. It does take good videos in 2K as well as 4K, but for some reason my video capture in 4K wasn't as crystal clear as my 2K. Maybe my computer has something to do with it, something like that. 1080p was okay, but my favorite resolution on this camera, I have to say, is going to be 2K. So I got this thing set on 2K, and what I'm going to do is utilize this camera a little bit more for video capture using some of my quads. So instead of looking at on-screen display of the RF signal recording from the goggles, now I can kind of capture some videos. I do have other cameras, but I think this one is a pretty good camera for on-board recording on a quadcopter. Very, very crystal clear. I really like it, especially in 2K, like I'm saying. So perfect addition for a gimbal unit, as well as your micro quadcopters, the brushless quadcopters. You can stick it on. Nowadays, everybody's using the GoPro Session. It's a lot smaller. It's the cubicle size, but there's still room to use something like this, the big size GoPro style cameras, and I'm kind of liking this REXSO Explorer K. Very, very nice, easy to use. Once you set the resolution, you don't have to mess with it, so I don't find that disturbing that I cannot change the resolution from the camera itself. So that's okay. And it's got this nice Wi-Fi button, so you can connect to your phone or your tablet, so you can change the resolution on the go. But yeah, it is kind of sad that they didn't put that functionality inside of the camera itself. All right, so there you have it, guys. My review and test flight and test shoot of the Elephone REXSO Explorer K, the 4K action camera. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.